say to him when I get out of an announcement, then would you, when I get through the announcement, I get myself together and I lift my head to singing next. And you give me 2 more seconds and that's okay.
My name is John Jackson. I'm going to be singing Gefrorne Tränen from Franz Schuberts Wintereisse.
Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab. Ob es mir denn entgangen, dass ich geweinet hab, dass ich geweinet hab. Meine Tränen und seid ihr gar so lau, dass ihr starrt zu Eise wie kühler Morgentau. Und regt doch aus der Quelle der Brust so glühend heiß, als wolltet ihr zerschmelzen des ganzen Winters Eis, des ganzen Winters Eis. Ihr trinkt doch aus der Quelle der Brust so glühend heiß, als wolltet ihr zerschmelzen des ganzen Winters Eis, des ganzen Winters Eis.
Now, would you give us your first positive critique of what you think you did?
Yes. I told you way too fast a tempo, but I got through it anyway without freaking out.
Should not have gone past what you're used to.
Right.
This is the thing. We had no rehearsal.
Right.
So if you could not show me, see, I played it,
right,
what I thought. And then when you come in, look. Now you should set the tempo when you sing. Go.
And
I will catch on. Anybody.
Yeah, but I just kept going to what you had already said.
You should not do. I'm not that important. You know, even if the composer were playing it,
right,
you try to, but you have it set a certain way. Do you think that you did well in any way?
You know, I don't really think.
You don't?
I don't think.
That's out there. What?
I don't really think about how well I'm doing at the time that I'm doing it. I used to do that a lot, and it used to really get in the way of my singing. And so I've learned to, if I'm in good shape, if I'm in good vocal shape and I feel comfortable, to just trust that I'm giving that. And if they're not booing, just...
What did not go well?
I really should have taken control of the tempo, and that just kind of set the pace for me. I feel like I got through it because I've sung it enough in the studio. I've never performed it in public.
Do you think you interpreted it?
I know the poem, and I really like the poem, and I kind of feel Müller's poem with Gefrorne Tränen, you know, the frozen tears, and the whole winter's journey. But sometimes with me, if one thing is pervading, that can just...
Not here. So that
yeah,
it's...
the tempo.
Now, sir and madam,
would you just say to me the first line?
Gefrorne Tränen fallen von meinen Wangen ab.
That doesn't mean too much to me.
See?
Because what you said is, sorry. I want you to project the words diction-wise and say them straight to me so that I know exactly what you're saying.
Gefrorene Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab.
Good. Now that's what you have to do when you sing it. But you can, it has to be projected right out to that back thing. Now do the first line, sing it, just the way you said it there.
Gefrorenen Tropfen fallen.
Now what was the second word?
Tropfen.
No, the second word. Der
Gefrorene.
Gefrorne, second syllable.
Okay,
All right.
sorry.
Now, it's got to be right out there as that clock. The minute you start singing it, that means, aha, you've established contact and I'm projecting that. And especially when something is a pianissimo thing, and especially when something is fast, you have to totally abandon the idea of I'm going to sing this. I'm going to speak this out there, way out there. Gefrorene Tropfen fallen. Way up there is where that's got to go. Try that now.
Gefrorenen Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab.
Okay, now the next thing is this is picayune, but it's the way you have to practice it to do it. Do not make any syllable more important than it should be. Say it again. Just say the first.
Gefrorenen Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab.
Von meinen Wangen ab. Meinen Wangen ab. Meinen Wangen ab. N is not in. N is not in. Meinen Wangen ab. We got to get away from that, totally from that, and then that will project the text itself, and as well as preserve your legato. So that do the second one. Von meinen.
Von meinen Wangen ab.
Okay, now you've got the idea of it. Now, can you do it without accenting the first? Von meinen Wangen. Don't accent it. Just don't accent the unimportant syllable. Just say it normally. Von meinen. That's hard. That's hard. After you've done it for a while, then you get to the point that it just becomes really natural. Go ahead.
Same place?
Yeah. Beginning.
Good.
Gefrorenen Tropfen fallen.
That was good. That was good.
But I screwed up the words.
But we should ask the crowd, do they know what he's talking? They don't have to know the language. It's good that if they don't know it. What is the mood of what he's standing up there singing? Do you get happiness or hopeful or sadness? See, we're not getting what kind of poem is this?
It is sad.
Talking about tears and wet cheeks and
frozen tears that are falling down his face. He didn't even know that he was crying, and then all of a sudden he sees a tear, his tear, and it's just warm, even though it's very cold outside. I mean, it's just lukewarm.
So how do you feel about that? If you were to mention, I'm asking him. I'd like to. Can you do it without singing? Just do the first line like he asked you, and not to give every syllable the same pressure. If you're talking, talk. And in the mood, like you're in a drama class.
Gefrorene Tropfen fallen von meinem.
Never stop there. If you were doing that poem, Gefrorene Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab.
No, there should be a break.
Yeah,
There should be a break.
Why? Give me the reason. Now that makes sense. The musician said it, but Mr. Who wrote these poems?
Willem Müller.
Müller. Gefrorne Tränen fallen von mine. He would never have stopped, but it's Mr. Composer Schubert's, he can stop anywhere he wants. Your thoughts must move. Do you understand? Because if he were doing...
This is very important because this is also going to come up when we talk about presenting poetry too. And I had a very important question asked me, what shall you follow the rhythmic line or the meter, or should you follow what the words are saying? And invariably, if you follow what the meter is, whatever the meter is, it's going to put an undue rhythm on things that shouldn't have rhythm on. So you have to look at it and say, this is like from Gefrorne Tränen fallen from off from the Fanga up, you know. That's where it's going, all the way there. Holland, da 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 da. No, that's a no-no even for reciting, as most people can tell you. You have to make it flow through the meaning of the thought, even though it's written in that particular meter, pentameter, whatever it is, you know. Okay, and so therefore, when you do it, just say the whole sentence to me.
Gefrorene Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab.
It sounds, you look like you're on an elevator in a job and that you're on the second floor. Ladies, dresses, and there is no feeling here. How would you do that thinking about it? What does that mean?
Frozen.
Oh, frozen. How would you say that?
Gefroren.
No, you wouldn't.
Gefroren.
But when something is frozen like tears, frozen tears, why are they frozen? Because they've been there, and you are, how is your feeling about it? You understand? You've got to know. As Mr. Rudolph from the Metropolitan, not Bing, Mr. Max Rudolph said that Beethoven and Verdi never wrote any literature in their entire lives, but on their deathbeds, both of them are known to have been quoted as saying, "Pay attention to the words." You understand? Now, let's say it again. Sir, you get him to say it. The first line. Your face has to give it. If you were on TV and there was no sound, we should get from it what you're saying.
It'll be a process.
All right, you work. Do it.
Just try it a little bit. Just
out here.
To the clock up there.
Gefrorene Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab.
All right, then you.
Now go ahead. Say some more.
Ob es mir dann entgangen, dass ich geweint hab? Ei Tränen, meine Tränen, und seid ihr gar so lau, dass ihr starrt zu Eise, wie kühle Morgentau.
Good. Now
he worked into it.
That was it. That's exactly what you got as you went along. Was exactly what you have to start with. Okay.
And you got to sing.
Can I try? Can I try a little bit?
Sure. Now you set the tempo. No, there is no way for me to know, and I can do. Like this, but I know enough to know it goes. That's wrong. Okay. So it's for you if you get the wrong. This is for all of you to know this. You know how you feel when you had people and you gave them the music and they took it and played it. And the whole introduction was enough to make you turn around and leave the stage. What did you do? When you came in, set the tempo.
But I've got to warn you, sometimes they won't follow you.
Then that's 2 more points for
for your size, that's 2 more points because you'll get more credit for having sung your tempo with somebody who was so deficient. That's the truth. So I'm going to give you 2 balls.
Gefrorne Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab. Ob es mir denn entgangen, dass ich geweint hab, dass ich geweint hab. Meine Tränen und Zeit ihr gar so lau, dass ihr starrt zu Eise wie Kiel am Morgentau. Und liegt doch aus der Quelle der Brust so glühend heiß, als wolltet ihr zerschmelzen des ganzen Winters Eis, des ganzen Winters Eis. Ihr trinkt doch aus der Quelle der Brust so glühend heiß, als wolltet ihr zerschmelzen des ganzen Winters Eis, des ganzen Winters Eis.
Good. Very good. One little thing I want to, over in the beginning where it comes to an end and begins the next thing, you need to have just a little pause before picking that up. Do the first verse and I'll show you where it comes.
Gefrorne Tropfen fallen von meinen Wangen ab. Ob es mir denn entgangen, dass ich geweint hab, dass ich geweint hab.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, all right.
It's not there yet.
Meine Tränen und Zeit ihr gar so lau, dass ihr starrt zu Eise wie Kiel am Morgentau. Und liegt doch aus der Quelle der Brust so glühend heiß, als wolltet ihr zerschmelzen des ganzen Winters Eis, des ganzen Winters Eis. Ihr trinkt doch aus der Quelle der Brust so glühend heiß, als wolltet ihr zerschmelzen des ganzen Winters Eis, des ganzen Winters Eis.
Good, good. Now, there was a little timing in between those, did one different thought from the next, one different thought, and that was what I was trying to get you to do. Don't
give up.
finish one thought before you jump into the next one, even though it may move ahead. There's a room to short phrase and then begin again each time.
Be preoccupied with what's
good.
coming up.
Very good. Why don't we have now